Good morning, everyone. Carrie Scott calling from the very chilly Traverse City office. We are at 16 degrees, but the feel like is 4, so we did have that question, so I wanted to pass that along. I know Florida had their winter last week for a couple days, so I'm glad you guys are headed back up to a little bit higher. Since I'll be there in a few weeks, just turn that temperature up for me. Thank you so much for joining us today on BlueSync. We have a pretty easy topic today, but it's really an important one. And we're going to be talking about out-of-office email notifications. So just like the song said, want to go on vacation? We want you to take your vacations, but we also want to make sure that we have our agents covered when you are out of the office. So we're going to kind of show you how to do it, hit the highlights of what you should include, and then we'll have a conversation about your email signatures as well. So right before we jump in, everybody sitting in our Sunstar region over there in our Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda area, you're going through a pretty exciting change today. So CBSMFL email is going to be gone. That's exciting news. Thanks, JD. I know you like that too. cbsunstar.com is going to be our new URL. So thanks to Barb and Kelly and Kathy Kripp and Deanna, we're making those changes today. If your agents are having login issues for app files or Moxie or listings to leads or whatever it might be, if CBSMFL doesn't work, have them try cbsunstar.com. So that switch is going a little bit faster than we anticipated. Thank you, Moxie. But we'll get there, and we're pretty excited about that change. So don't hesitate to reach out if you are sitting in the Sunstar region and you have any questions for us. And thanks to all you amazing ASCs for jumping on that call this morning. All right, so let's jump into our out-of-office notification. Good rule of thumb, if you're going to be out of the office for 4 or more hours, throw on your out of office. That will let people know that you will not get back to them immediately, but that you're not ignoring them either. So you have a morning off, you have some appointments in the afternoon. If you're going to be out of the office for 4 or more hours, just put your out of office on. It's a couple clicks, it's real easy. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort, and it really does help people know who to contact when you are out of the office. So we're going to jump into my email. So what you want to do is go into your settings, your cog right here, and go to see all settings. You don't even have to click on any of these tabs. It's found right here in your general menu. And if you scroll all the way down, past your signature, which we'll talk about in a moment, keep going to the bottom, and it's right here, vacation responder. It'll be toggled to off, most likely. If you're here with us, you're not on vacation, so it should be toggled to off. And you simply click the radial button right here to turn it on. You can set your dates. So say it's a Monday and you know you're going to be out for a long weekend on Friday, and who doesn't anticipate that, right? That's an amazing thing. You can set this on Monday and set your dates. So you don't have to be scrambling to do it right when you're trying to head out of the office. So turn it to on, set your dates, first day and last day. You can have the subject, which typically I just put out of office, and then this will tell everybody what I'm doing. So last week I was at annual planning in Florida, and yes, it was cold. You guys kind of failed me on that one, but that's okay. So if you're on vacation, you can put vacation. If you're away for meetings, you can put the meetings. It gives people an idea of why they're getting that out of office response. And then in the box here is where you would type your message. So I typically just thank them for their email, let them know my date range of when I will be out. If I'm not responding at all, if I am camping and I have no cell service and I know I won't be able to get back, I will put that I will return your message on such and such date when I'm back in the office. If I'm in meetings and me in my inbox is just less frequent than usual, I'll just say that my responses will be delayed. So let people know what to expect. And be honest. If you're on vacation, you're on vacation. You'll get back to them on X date when you're back in the office. So make sure that you're clear on that. I think it's important. Just set those expectations. I always like to put contact information. So I have our in-house help desk number. You can reach Paul. If Paul's out, it would go to Barb. So give somebody an option of who to contact. If you're the ASC in the office and you're going to be out, maybe put your RSC on the message. Put your manager on the message. If you're in the marketing group, I know JD always references how they can go to Schmidt Resources and find the directory of any of the marketing group. For myself, I put our in-house help desk, and then you can see I put Coldwell Banker's help desk, Moxie Works support, account tech support, and then if there's any staff questions, I make sure that they know how to reach out to Julie or Sarah. And actually, I need to add Becky to this the next time I go out of town, our amazing HR manager there in our premier footprint that services all of Florida. So you really want to make sure that you're clear, give them direction on what to expect, make sure they have somebody to contact in your absence, as much or as little as you have. If you don't know, reach out. We can help you figure out who that should be. And then what you can do is this will stay here. So usually, typically, I'll jump back in, turn it on, change my subject to whatever it might be, change my date range, and then the rest of the content stays the same. You have a couple of options here to only send that response to your contacts and only send it to people in Schmidt family of companies. I never check them. Agents use their own email addresses. I might not have them in my contacts. That means they're outside of Schmidt family companies if they're using a Gmail or Yahoo or whatnot. So I just don't check those boxes. You do have to click Save Changes. So once you've turned it to on, you've set your date range, you've updated your subject, you have the body of your information in there, you want to click Save Changes. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not on vacation, so I'm going to not click Save Changes because I am in the office and people can respond to me. But that is how you do it. So again, you go to your settings, your cog right here, right on the General tab, scroll to the bottom, and this is where you're going to find your out of office opportunity. Again, anytime you're out of the office for 4 more hours, go ahead and turn it on. You can set that last day. When you do have this on, you have a yellow bar at the top of your inbox. So you know if it's on or not. So when you come back in the office and you're like, oh, it didn't shut itself off, you'll have a yellow bar right at the top that says your out of office is on. It'll let you click right there. You don't even have to go into the settings to turn it off. So it's a beautiful thing. The last topic I want to cover real quick is our signatures. So these are beautiful. They're created by our amazing marketing group. If you don't have one, please reach out to them via the request form found on schmidtresources.com. We all need email signatures because we want people to be able to know who we are, know how to contact us. If they forward one of our emails to somebody else, we want to make sure that that content goes with them. So we do have the Schmidt Family of Companies version that you're seeing on the screen right now, which is mine. You always want to make sure your name's on it. You always want to make sure your title's on it. You want to make sure you have a phone number and an email address because yes, if you're sending an email, your email will be in there, but when people forward it, sometimes that's lost in translation. So we do ask that you put that on there. We also have websites that we put on ours. We use schmidtfamilyofcompanies.com here at HQ just because it crosses brands, but if you're cbgreatlakes.com, cbschmidtohio.com, coabankervi.com, cbfloridahomes.com. Make sure that you link those through as well. We have some beautiful graphic signatures that our marketing group does create. So it'll have your DBA logoed on it if you're Coldwell Banker or C21 or Elite Sotheby's International Realty. So just reach out to the marketing group. You simply want to go to Schmidt Resources, pick your region, any region, right there, that big black box. Click on that, fill this form out, and request your e-signature. Once you have that back from them, all you have to do is create new. We're back in Gmail. We're back in general settings. Create new. Name your signature. And then you'll be able to insert that image right here. This is our image button. You'll find the image once they send it to you. Pop it in there. You can choose to insert the signature before the quoted text and replies and remove the dash line. That's my option. I like that option the best. I don't like the dash line. And then you can choose for new emails, you can use the signature that you just updated, and then you can choose to use it for reply messages as well. And you can have more than one signature. Maybe you want the main signature to be on all new emails, but when you reply, you want a simpler version with just your name and phone number. You have a lot of options there. But we do ask that you do have a signature in your emails. Ohio, this is real important for you guys because you have those great office emails, Brecksville at CB Schmidt, Ohio, Westlake at CB Schmidt, Ohio, but that doesn't always tell us who's sending the email because some of you job share. So just make sure that you have your signature block in there so that people can contact you back. Yes, Louise, thank you for pointing that out. You guys have new email addresses. So yes, reach out to the marketing group, fill out that submission form right here. Ask them to update your email signatures with your new amazing cbsunstar.com emails. So thank you, Louise, for that. But the good news is if they do get to you at cbsmfl.com, they'll still go to your inbox because those will stay on there on a forward. So you will not be losing out on emails. But great point there. That is the topic I had for you guys today. Does anybody have any questions for me? JD, anything to add?
I do actually. Thank you for asking. Can I screen share for a second? I want to share something I learned about out of office that blew my mind.
Absolutely. We like mind-blowing information.
Yeah. So in the marketing group, we use our Google Calendars a lot. We kind of swear by them in terms of how we organize meetings and stuff like that. And I know that a lot of you guys do as well. One thing I learned the other, probably later than I should have, is that if you set your out of office sort of separately from that, if I were to be out of office, let's say like this Friday, the 11th next week, if I go to my calendar and like go to add a new event, you know, and I say JD out of office or something like that, there's actually, see, it automatically did it. There's an out of office tab right here that if I click on it and I save it, it's going to say, we'll do it for the whole day most of the time. And basically anybody who goes to my calendar or tries to schedule an event with me will get that alert before they even send the invite. It'll say JD is out of the office on this time. I used to always just, we have this weird little widget that's for marketing, but I used to always just make an event and, you know, call it, you know, I would even do it like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or something like that. But it still just shows up as an event on your calendar for that day. So if you go and you choose that out of office tab across the top, it will literally, like you see, instead of having a block right there, it will say I'm out of office all day, and it will automatically decline meetings for you that day. So just a little handy way of showing that you're out of office and making sure people don't try to schedule things and say, well, I didn't know you were out of office and all that kind of jazz. So
Yes, thank you for that. That was a great tip. G Suite makes it easy on us.
No.
Good. Well, you know, talking about vacation, we had a new policy come out for all of our staff. So Sarah Smith posted that in Paylocity. There's some changes on there, some really positive changes, volunteerism, days off. We have maternity leave officially as a policy now. And it's pretty exciting stuff. So if you haven't seen that email, make sure you get into Paylocity and take a look at that. In the meantime, if you have any questions about out of office, either the email, your signature, or to JD's point on the calendar, feel free to reach out. But thank you guys so much for your time today. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week. Bye now.